Good evening. My name is Nelson Harayan. I'm principal of the Evening High Schools. Before we begin, I would like to thank all of our families for the support that you've given our graduates to get them here this evening. Without you, we would not be here. We know it's been a very challenging year, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate what you all have done, and hopefully we've been the support that you would hope that you would get from your schools. At the conclusion of this evening's ceremony, you will be excused by rows, so please wait and then exit through the main doors to your cars. Thank you very much. At this time, please turn off your cell phones. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to honor our graduates.
Flashbang me?
Thank you very much. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Ashley Rogers, graduating from the South River campus of Evening High School. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony for the 6 campuses of Anne Arundel Evening High School. My name is Nelson Harayan, and I am the principal of Anne Arundel Evening High School. I will be your Master of Ceremonies for this evening's program. This year's graduation marks the 54th commencement of the Evening High Schools of Anne Arundel County. We can all be proud of the tradition of our Evening High School and of the students who have received their high school diplomas from one of our campuses. Students completing their graduation requirements this year will bring the total graduates of Evening High School to 3,665. After the year that we have had, I'm very pleased to see all of you here this evening to honor our 54th graduating class. I would now like to introduce our special guests for this evening's ceremony. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. The Honorable Dr. Joanna Tobin, member of the Board of Education. Ms. Sarah Egan, Assistant Superintendent for Student Support Services. And Mr. Patrick Crane, Director of Alternative Education. Now I'd like to introduce the lead administrators for Anne Arundel Evening High School, Ms. Patricia Suriano, Annapolis Campus, Ms. Marhefka Brower and Mr. Brian Godfrey, Glen Burnie Campus, Ms. Felicia Simmons and Mr. Brian Golden, Meade Campus, Ms. Catherine Barish and Mr. Steve Bernstein, North County Campus, Ms. Sunny Davenport, Severna Park Campus, and Mrs. Rosaria Jablonski and Mr. David Wilbert, South River Campus, and Ms. Amy Mazaris and Ms. Rebecca Barton, Evening High School, E-School. Our photographer this evening is Stevie Oliver of Stevie T Photography. Thank you all for joining us for this evening's program. Bringing us greetings from the Board of Education, it's my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Joanna Tobin, member of the Board of Education. Dr. Tobin.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Horan, for that kind introduction. I am very grateful to be here tonight to celebrate with this amazing group of young people and to bring greetings from the Board of Education. Congratulations to the class of 2021. You are here and you have demonstrated that no matter what the world throws at you, even a pandemic, nothing was going to stop you. You made it. But the truth is, you've made it through a lot of things to be here. And that should be the source of great pride for you, your families, and your friends. It is to all of us at the Board of Education and to the teachers and administrators and staff who have been with you through this journey. But it also means that you have developed skills that the world, the rest of us, desperately need. You've had to figure out that life and plans don't always go the way you think they will. That there are things that can happen that can stop you in your tracks if you let them. But you didn't let them. And here you are. So what are those skills I'm talking about? One is flexibility. You adjusted, you kept working however hard and uncomfortable it was, and you figured out what new path, what new skills, what new plans it would take to get you where you needed to be. And here you are. Another is persistence. You didn't quit. And that's the whole ballgame. Most of life is about showing up and keeping on even when you think you can't. You've already shown you can do that. You showed up, and here you are. Finally, and this is a little more complicated, you've learned a whole lot about yourselves. You kept working until you figured out how learning works for you. And that is one of the most valuable skills you will ever acquire. Why? Because this day marks a beginning, not an end. And you will need to keep learning for the rest of your lives. We all do. But believe me, Many don't gain this kind of knowledge of themselves, this kind of self-awareness, until much later in life. You are ahead of the game, and here you are. What you've learned about yourselves will help you do two very important things. First, it will help you to figure out how to learn what's in front of you. Whether it is in your next job or college or wherever life takes you, you can't learn what you need to know if you don't know how to learn. That may mean figuring out who to ask or where to find the information. All of that is up to you now, and you've got a head start. Second, you will have to decide what you need to learn, what is necessary, what really matters. And that's the hard part, because that's what this diploma means. You are now in a position to make those choices for yourself. And because of the persistence, the flexibility, and the self-understanding you've acquired through the process of making it to this moment, this day, you're in a really good position to start making those decisions for yourself and making them well. Finally, let me add one more very important thing that I hope you will take with you from your experience and from making it through this extraordinary time of upheaval in the world around you. It is a piece of advice that one of my mentors gave me a long time ago, and that I believe is one of the greatest gifts anyone has ever given me. Here it is. It is easy to know what you know. It is hard to know what you don't know. I try to take that with me every single day, in everything I do, every decision I make. And here is what it means for me. Never, ever stop listening. We've all learned over the last year and a half just how much there is out there that we don't know. Very few of us could really have imagined before March of 2020 that a little virus could bring the world to a halt, but it did. And we've had to listen to a lot of people and ask a lot of questions to understand how to move forward and get through this. We've had to learn from one another. But honestly, no matter how much you keep learning, there will always be so much you still don't know. The only way to understand that is to listen to those around you and keep learning. And with listening goes asking. To know how to learn, you've got to listen and ask questions. To decide what to learn, you've got to do the same thing. And I believe with all my heart, right now, that's what the world needs most. More listening and asking, and less talking and telling. We've never needed to learn from one another more. Life is complex, and we've got big issues to tackle. But when we work together, we can do it. When you work with others, learn from others, I promise you that you will be able to tackle whatever is before you, just as you have over these years of high school that have gotten you to this celebration. Never stop. I hope you know just how proud your families, your teachers, your administrators, and your community are of you, and how much we admire what you've accomplished. But most of all, I hope you know just how much we need you. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Tobin. The diploma has a very special meaning for our graduates. Our student speaker this evening represents all of our graduates and will be speaking to the theme, the diploma and what it means to me. Our student speaker is Ashley Page Rogers.
Good evening, fellow 2021 Evening High graduates, Principal Horion, Dr. Tobin, Ms. Egan, and Mr. Crane. Before I begin, I would like to say how honored I am having this opportunity to speak and how proud I am of each and every single one of us. We did it. I truly understand how difficult and unique each of our paths to graduation has been, and this year the pandemic has made things that much harder. However, it has made this celebration and our senior year that much more memorable. Many of us have traveled challenging paths to arrive at this destination, and I have no doubt that my story shares a great deal in common with yours. I can clearly remember my freshman and sophomore years in day school, and those memories were filled with pain and anxiety. I remember trying to sleep each evening only to wake up with a splitting migraine in the middle of the night. Laying my head on the pillow did not make this pain go away, a pain that felt like an elastic band was placed over my forehead, with intense throbbing. At times, I would lose my vision, and that effect from my migraines would last for hours. Each night was a vicious cycle, which began with me going to bed, waking up, and staring at my alarm clock only to have it ring at 5:30 in the morning, telling me that it was time to get up and get ready for school. I would often cry thinking, how am I going to be able to function in school today with no sleep? Oftentimes, I would lay in bed in the morning, paralyzed by pain and fear that I would never succeed in school and never move forward with my life. If I did go to school that day, how would I stay awake at my classes? What would my friends think when they saw me with bloodshot eyes, a very little attention span, and energy to talk or interact with them? It was clear that a regular schedule at South River Day School was not going to work for me. I wanted to succeed and reach graduation, but I needed help. This is where Mr. Brainer, the South River Day and Evening High School counselor, stepped in to help me to where I am today. I came to see him first at the recommendation of my older brother, who is also an Evening High graduate. Mr. Brainer was the first of many Evening High School staff members who stepped in to help me. I distinctly remember going to his office at South River, and he told me that Evening High was an option and that due to my health circumstances, it would be the perfect fit. Suddenly, for the first time in a long time, I felt hope that would stay with me throughout my Evening High journey. Looking back, Evening High gave me a place where I felt that I belonged. When I came to Evening High School, I was no longer drowning in a sea of students, walking the halls in the early morning like a zombie, or struggling to keep my mind on schoolwork. Instead, Evening High was a place that was much quieter, a place I found could help me focus more. The smaller classes helped give me the confidence that I needed to speak up and advocate for myself when I needed help, and also helped me with giving me friends that would last a lifetime. Students who had a similar story and needs like mine. I felt safe here. Looking back, Evening High gave me a place where I felt that I could succeed. My teachers were much more than teachers. They were mentors. I recognize and appreciate all of my teachers going out of their way to talk with me, to help me, and to motivate me. This motivation went beyond the classroom as well. All of my teachers encouraged me each evening that I needed to start thinking about life after high school. I had choices and opportunities before me that I could succeed and make it to college. They checked in with me nightly to see if all my work was turned in and helped me navigate the college application process, which led to an acceptance letter to multiple colleges, including my first choice at the time. I felt incredibly hopeful here. Evening High School gave me a place where I built confidence. Over the course of my time at Evening High School, I have learned a great deal. But the most valuable lesson that I have learned is that I am in charge of my own life. My circumstances do not define me, and I am worth it. Night after night, I felt my confidence grow. Each of my teachers pushed my boundaries and clearly made me feel that I am capable of anything. This newfound sense of achievement helped me take control of my life. I felt accomplished handing in assignments each night. I felt comfortable asking questions and seeking help. I felt confident when I made the decision not to go to Samford University in Alabama, but to stay closer to my family at Frostburg University in Maryland. I felt courageous here. Lastly, I feel proud to be here, proud of what I have accomplished each evening, and proud to be a graduating member of this high school, and proud to represent the class of 2021. I'm proud to be here with all of you tonight and to share this momentous achievement that is us finishing high school and taking the first leap into our bright future. Again, I know that each of you have your own story on how you got here, but it is now your chance to write your own chapters in the story that is the rest of your lives. If it were not for the love and support of our Evening High family, we would not be here today. Thank you all so much to those who made this dream a reality. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
Thank you very much, Ashley. Every one of our graduates has a story. They're hard to tell. I hope that Ashley's story has been an inspiration to all of you. The presentation of the diploma represents the completion of what for many has been a very difficult path. The diploma is a symbol of this accomplishment and the key to your future. Conferring the diplomas this evening will be the Honorable Joanna Tobin, member of the Board of Education, and after that, when the students receive their diplomas, she'll be joined in congratulating the graduates as they cross the stage by Ms. Sarah Egan, Assistant Superintendent for Student Support Services. Dr. Tobin, would you come to the podium, please? Dr. Tobin, on behalf of the faculty and staff of the Anne Arundel Evening High School, I recommend to you the members of the class of 2021 as qualified candidates of the State of Maryland High School Diploma.
By virtue of the authority invested in the Anne Arundel County Board of Education under the laws of the State of Maryland, I do now award diplomas evidencing the satisfactory completion of the prescribed course of studies to the students of Anne Arundel Evening High School who have been recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school.
Thank you, Dr. Tobin. Graduates, please stand. We have implemented the Latin Honor System for the graduates of Anne Arundel County Public Schools. The Latin Honor System recognizes exceptional academic achievement by graduating students. Cum laude with honors denotes the students who have received 3.4 or higher unweighted grade point average as calculated after the 7th semester of high school. This student is recognized today with a Bronze Stole. Our cum laude graduate is Claire Elizabeth Bourne, graduating from the South River campus of the Evening High School. The first Evening High School campus to receive diplomas will be Annapolis. As I call the students to the stage, please, Annapolis, come to the bottom of the stairs. When you come to the stage, pick up your diploma from the table and turn to our photographer. You may remove your mask for your picture. Put your mask back as you leave the stage. Annapolis, please come forward. As I call your name, come up on the stage to receive your diploma. Miguel Angel Casimiro Carino. Anderson Iyarte Herrera. Deshauna Kira Jones. Flor Esmeralda Menjivar Hernandez. Paola Chiamara Monroy Garcia. Benicio Cristian Andre Salguero Castellanos. Alexei Yamira Valenzuela, graduating with a Career in Technology certificate. Glenn Burney, please come to the steps leading up to the stage. Anulese Renee Burrows. Marco Tulio Cruz Navarro. David Richard Docherty. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Anthony Miles Dixon. Malik Xavier Harold. Randolph Isaiah Dante Holmes. Xavier Davon King. Guillermo Javier Muniz. Ahmad Jamal Orr. Marcus Lee Rostek. Brandon Jeremy Sealander. Naylan Devon Smith. Jeremiah Danico Taylor. Fernanda Daniela Therese Afaro. Hayden Mitchell Varilli. Damon Gage Watson. Meade Evening High School, please come to the bottom of the stairs. Brianna Nairi Barnes. Jayla Matil Bush. Megan Nicole Gardelman. Tanaja Deanne Hall. Day Aria Armani Jones. Wayne Michael Lochner. North County, please come to the bottom of the stairs. Owen Ryan Alexander. Crystal Bamaka. Marcus Ryan DeLauder. Zavari George Fleming. Beverly Maciel Morales Carrera. Tyler Alexander Reed. Callie Lorraine Swift. Joanna Lisette Velasquez Quijada. James Daniel West. Cheyenne Victoria White. Autumn Renee Moyer. Severna Park, please come to the bottom of the stairs. And wait, please. Thank you. Paige Marie Kohler-Schmidt. Shayad Jeremy Smith. Devin Wayne Stockman. Summer Hamilton Striner. South River, please come to the bottom of the stairs. Receiving her diploma first will be our speaker, Ashley Page Rogers, from South River Evening High School. Claire Elizabeth Bourne, our cum laude graduate. Congratulations. Jordan Michael Burbrink. William Robert Grimes. James Thomas Dilhoff, Career and Technology graduate. Samantha Rose Corrali. Atziri Yamalet Mejia Viveros. McKenna Hope Mills, Career and Technology graduate. Riley Doyle Palmer. Max Thomas Panker. Jacob Lloyd Parks, Career and Technology graduate. Carly Ann Remmers, Career and Technology graduate. Marcos Suarez. Thank you, Dr. Tobin and Mrs. Egan. Graduates, please remain standing. Graduates, as the diploma represents the key to your future, the changing of the tassel from one side to the other represents your passage into this new, challenging stage of your life. At this time, move your tassel from the right side to the left. Parents, families, friends, I'm proud to present the Evening High School class of 2021. And graduates, you may be seated. Class of 2021, you are survivors, and you will always be known as the COVID-19 class. This is a time in history that you will be defined by. You are great. We are all inspired by you and your potential to overcome challenges. Good luck. You are ready for your future. Class of 2021. Graduates, please stand. Guests, please wait until the graduates have all exited the auditorium. You will be excused by our ushers 1 row at a time. Please exit through the front doors of the school directly to your cars to exit the parking lot. At this time, parents, friends, and families, and special guests, please rise in honor of our graduating class as they prepare to leave. Congratulations.